Usually we focus on electric cars like our Model Y, but today we got something a little bit different. Micro electric mobility is also very cool, like this scooter here from Navee. They were very gracious to send us one to check out. This is the Navee XT5 Pro. And we're going to be looking at all of the details today. And we came to a very beautiful place. This is Kananaskis, just outside of Calgary, on the footsteps of the Rocky Mountains. And we're going to go to a few different locations to do a few different tests. Here, because this is a national park, we can't really ride the scooter, but we can actually show it to you guys a little bit. So that's what we're going to be doing. And it's a pretty cool scooter because it can go on-road, off-road, and we're going to be trying all of the different things. And then there's a siren somewhere in the back, but we'll just roll with this. So anyways, let's check out this scooter by Navee. It's really cool and has a lot of cool features. And yeah, enjoy the backdrop of the Rocky Mountains behind us. Even though I'm very good at driving electric cars, I'm not really good at riding electric scooters. So I'm going to be doing all the shooting, and my son Austin is going to be doing all the riding. And he's ready and dressed up to go. As we lifted the cardboard top and revealed the Navee XT5 Pro for the first time, we were pleasantly surprised by how nice looking this scooter is. And it was packaged really well, so kudos to you, Navee, for doing this right. It comes with the tool as well as the bolts needed to affix the stem to the rest of the scooter, which is always nice to see. It comes standard with the slow charger, 4 amps that takes you from 0 to 100 in about 5 to 6 hours. You can also purchase a 10 amp fast charger if needed that will take you from 0 to 100 in about 1 or 2 hours, depending on your use case. And now comes the peel of the 5-inch LED screen, which is a great addition and very clear when riding. The 2200 watt Navee XT5 Pro comes with 12-inch tubeless off-road tires as well as front and rear disc brakes for extra stopping power. The triple braking system gives you extra confidence while off-road or on-road, and the dampening arm patented suspension system gives you even more confidence when going over tricky terrain. The 9-watt auto-sensing headlight turns on when it gets dark, and it is an awesome safety feature. The 5-inch LED screen is super easy to read even in bright light and gives you all of the information that you need while riding. And my favorite safety feature, the daytime running light. Cars have them, now scooters like the Navee do too, which is awesome. All of the buttons are within easy reach and the handlebar is very ergonomic. And the red button, that's a boost button for extra power. The throttle itself is located on the right hand side and the button is very easy to press. Plus it has a cruise control mode if needed. The blinkers work as expected and give off a sound to alert traffic of your movement across different lanes as you need to. Based on some of these specs, I think the Navee XT5 Pro is a perfect on and off road scooter that you can truly ride with confidence. While testing the Navee XT5 Pro in the mountains close to Canmore in Alberta, which already is basically the starting point of the Rocky Mountains, we took it on the dirt, we took it on the gravel, and found out that it is very capable. Basically, it can go over 10 cm deep craters if needed. It has instant rebound if it goes over sketchy terrain, and the 130mm front and rear brakes with EABS make sure that you also get that stopping power when needed. Plus, the speed is just incredible. Austin put it in sport mode, even on gravel, and was easily going more than 40 kilometers an hour on this kind of terrain. So it is very, very capable. And I think it also has something to do with the TCS, the traction control system, that helps you not fall over or skid when going down this kind of terrain. And then finally, one thing that is very important, it is also IPX6 waterproof. But I wouldn't take it in a lake if I was you, but I would definitely go in the mud and in the river if you find yourself in that kind of situation. How is the Navee XT5 Pro on-road? It is very capable. You're looking at a 2200 watt scooter with 75 kilometers of max range, 150 kilogram of max load capacity, which is some of the highest on the market, 50 kilometer per hour max speed, and 6 to 25 kilometers acceleration in 3 seconds. Look, these are amazing numbers, and we tested it out while we were riding around Canmore City, as you guys can see right now in the video, and on-road speeds are very capable, and you're pretty quick off the line, I have to say. And underneath it all, everything is made of high-strength steel, which makes the whole structure very rigid and gives you that incredible confidence when you're going up and down steep hills and inclines. Finally, it comes with a 596.7 watt-hour battery as standard. You can always get another pack that you can add on and get extra range, but that's sold separately. You've got BMS 2.0, which for an EV guy like myself is super important because battery management systems are the cornerstone of any good EV. And finally, 3 driving modes, W, D, and S. S is sport, D is your regular up to 25 kilometers an hour, and W is if you need to walk your scooter and get a little bit of help from the motor. All in all, amazing specs. I know a lot of us are getting app fatigue right now because honestly, every single thing that we buy nowadays requires an app. But let me just tell you this. I drive a Tesla Model Y and the app makes the car so much better. There's a lot of functionality that I wouldn't have if I didn't have the app. So I think here, Navee with the XT5 Pro did something similar. They made an app that actually works and makes the scooter even better. So now let's have a look at it a little bit. So we unlock the scooter via the app, and one of the first things there is going to be the cruise control. You can turn it on or off, it's up to you. We keep it off. The next thing though is something that I like. It is your energy recovery. So this is your regen. How much power gets put back into the battery when you brake or let go of the accelerator. So we put that on high, and I recommend everybody do this. Get as much regen as you can back into the battery. The next is light settings, so we've got them all on, and especially the auto sensing headlight, which turns on when it gets dark. Super, super useful. Turn it on and use it. And of course, units we changed to metric because we're Canada and kilometers an hour is so much superior. So now let's look at some of the other features under the More tab. We've got vehicle ambient lighting, so we sync it with the headlight, so when it gets dark, it turns on, otherwise it's turned off. The next is your STEM logo light, same thing, syncing it with the headlight. And then daytime running lights, we keep it always on for that extra added safety. Now for the maximum speed setting, this is for sport mode, we put it at 50 kilometers an hour, because why not? The next is your startup speed setting, we kept it at default, 3 kilometers an hour. Good enough for us. Scheduled charging, this is something from my EV stuff. I love scheduling charging, especially if you live in an area that has cheaper electricity during nighttime hours. So you just set it to charge at that time, pay less money. The next one is charge limit. You can set it at 100, but as I will tell you and everybody else, charge it to 80. It will save your battery and keep it running healthy for a longer period of time, just like you would with any other EV. Now this one is you can add other riders, so friends, family, and they can use your scooter if you allow them to use it. Now here, this is your Bluetooth lock and unlock. You have to put in a passcode as well. And then here is proximity, so you walk up to your scooter, and if you have your phone on you, it will just unlock automatically. And with the passcode unlock, you can unlock the scooter using the handlebars, which is also quite useful in case you don't have access to other means of unlocking it. So make sure you know how to do it for those what if moments. And then TCS anti-slip is on for us all the time. And of course, Find My. This is awesome. Connects with your iPhone and you can find your scooter in case something happens very easily, and it's right on your Apple phone. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like when you're looking at the map. And here is the Find My screen with our scooter listed. We call him Xiaolongbao because it's awesome, and Austin loves to eat Xiaolongbao. But that's how it looks on the screen if you have Find My enabled, which I think you should because it is an awesome function. So there you go. Don't be scared of the app. It makes the scooter better. Use it and you will be very happy that you did it. Conclusion time. So how good is the Navee XT5 Pro? Look, I don't have much experience with scooters, electric scooters. You know, my son Austin, we rode a few here and there, but nothing that we could actually test out in depth and put on the channel. So overall, I think it's a great electric scooter. If you guys are on the market for one, this would be my pick. I mean, I like the fact that I can take it off-road. I like that it handles well while it's on road. That was one of my apprehensions, was because of the tires, right? They're more off-road focused. Are they going to be good on road? And they are. So this is an all-around scooter that is perfect for Canada, I would say. You know, we have all kinds of weather here, summers, winters, we have snow, we have slush, we have mud. So if you know, you're looking to get something that can get you through most of these obstacles, this one would be perfect. My only gripe with this was because we had to put it in and out of the car a few times throughout the day. The stem locking mechanism that helps me to lift it into the car didn't work 100% of the time. Sometimes it slipped out. And I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong, or maybe it just needs reworking. But that was the only issue that we had throughout basically 2 days of filming. So yeah, apart from that, I think it's great. So if you guys are looking to get one of these, the link is in the description. Go check it out. Read more specs, read more information about this, and see if this is something that would be interesting. Obviously, I'm going to be doing a few more videos on this scooter. It's the first one, and I want to test it as much as possible. I want to do a range test. I want to do a charging test, and a few other things that I have in my mind, and that will come in a video probably during the summer, because at that point it's a little bit more nicer to do videos with an electric scooter out in the elements. But anyways, that's it for today. Very good little piece of machinery. I really like it. And that's it for the video. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you liked it. And I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.